Hey folks, Matt from Art of the Image. So we had some reader questions that I wanted to answer, so I wanted to address those. We have Fabio Canizero writes in, and he says, "Hi, I saw your lens review on YouTube about the Canon 24-70 2.8. I was about to buy it. Thank you. No problem. My question is, which lens between the 24mm to 105 f1.4 and the 24mm f1.4 would you choose if you were to shoot a movie with the Canon 5D Mark II? Now, I think that's a typo. I think he meant to say 24 to 105 f4L, because that is the lens he would be looking at for the Canon side. To me, a nice bokeh is important. Some close-ups. I love wide angle. The focus should be silent and fast at the same time. The movie I'm planning to shoot is with actors, so no landscapes, etc., but the lens should work perfectly for good pictures as well. I've seen many movie examples with the 50 f1.2 which look terrific, but is this lens as sharp as the ones I mentioned above and versatile? I also read that the 24 f1.4 should be one of the best performing lenses around. True? Should I buy this one? I know it is a matter of taste, but your opinion would be important to me, or better yet, which all-round lens would you buy for shooting a movie? I would appreciate your help. Thank you so much, Fabio." Okay, Fabio, I'm going to try to address your question. Both of these lenses are excellent lenses, excellent Canon lenses, either of which would be good for shooting a movie. Obviously, the more versatile of the two is the 24 to 105, simply because you have 24 to 105. It's an image stabilized lens, which can be really handy in shooting video. Granted, it's f4, so it's not as fast as an f2.8 lens, or in this case, we are comparing it to an f1.4 lens. However, I think that that lens is more versatile for what you want to do than the 24 f1.4 is, simply because it has the range, it's a zoom, and it's image stabilized, so that's going to really help too. The 24 f1.4 is a really nice lens. It's not going to allow you to zoom though, because it is a fixed prime. It's really fast, which is really nice. Now, if you had said to me you were looking to buy the 24 f1.4, the 35 f1.4, the 50 and the 85, you'd have a nice range there, even if you were looking at maybe the 24 and the 50. Now, because you're on a 5D Mark II in your full frame, I would suggest what you would need maybe is the 35 f1.4 and the 85 f1.4 if you just wanted to look at two. Now, you're getting pricey here, so depending on your budget, you might want to consider the 35 f2 and the 85 f1.8, two great primes. However, flipping back to the two of them here, I would suggest if you're buying one or the other, you're better off with the 24 to 105 f4L IS, simply for the range. F4 is still fairly fast, especially on a 5D Mark II with pretty clean high ISO, and it is an L lens. If you're going to go with the prime, I think you're going to be fairly restricted at the 24mm, because you're not going to be able to zoom in, you're not going to be able to shoot a really nice telephoto shot. I think you'd find it hard. 24 is very wide on full frame, and I think you would find it hard to shoot an entire movie with just that lens. So your options, I think, is to consider adding another prime plus the 24 if that's the way you want to go. In which case I say like the 24 and the 85 f1.8, or the 24, the 50 f1.8 and the 85 1.8. You might want to look at something like that, or the 24 to 105. It would be your better option to directly answer your question between the two lenses. Now, as another option, you may want to consider the 24 to 70. Now, Sigma has a new one out. It's really nice. There's a Tamron out. You can get, I think Tokina has something in that range as well, or even the Canon. I'm not quick to recommend the Canon because I know it has some issues, and I'm hoping they'll bring out a new one that fixes those problems. You get a lot of sample variants with the Canon 24 to 70 f2.8L, and it's a shame because when they do work, it's a beautiful lens, but I know far too many people who've gone through quite a few of them trying to get a sharp one. So you might want to go with a faster zoom, a 2.8 zoom, something in the 24 to 70 range. I still probably would tend to lean towards your choice of the 24 to 105 f4L IS, simply because f4 is probably fast enough for you with a 5D Mark II and its very good high ISO, and you do have the longer range and the IS. The IS is really key a lot of the time in movie making. It's so handy to have the IS. So there you go, Fabio. I hope that answers your question. I would probably tend to lean towards, if you're just buying one lens and that seems to be right around where your budget is, the 24-105 f4L IS. If you're going for the primes, either come up to the f1.8 or f2 primes so that you can have a few of them, such as the 24. You can get an f2.8 if you want there, but a nice combination on the 35 might be the or on the 5D Mark II, the full 35 frame camera, would be the 35 f2 and the 85 1.8. That'll give you a fairly nice wide, fairly fast, and a fast long range lens. Okay, folks, viewers, if you have any comments to add, if you disagree, if you want to give them some other advice, if there's something that you think would be better, feel free to post it in the comments below. Always look forward to hearing other input, and hope that helps you out, Fabio. Thanks for tuning in, folks. If you do have any questions, feel free to write them in, and I can't obviously get to everyone's, but I do pick and choose some ones that stick out and that I think I can help you with. So thanks for tuning in, folks. We'll be back soon with some new articles, some new posts, and some answers to reader questions. Thanks a lot.